So, this video is coming out a little late, but I thought it would be fun to rank my top 5 movies of the year 2019. Here we go. Number 5, The Inhumans. Now, I was a little pissed off when they pushed this movie back from 2018 to 2019 to make room in Marvel's schedule for Spider-Man Homecoming, but blimey was it worth the wait. All those characters, the lore, the world building, the costumes, the effects, just everything could never have been done on TV or anything like that, so it's a good thing they kept to their guns and made it into a movie. Also, it's finally tied in with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, and that show's got a lot of fans, so finally they've got some acknowledgement that their favourite show is actually canon in the MCU. I mean, could you imagine if they just wrote off all the MCU TV shows as not canon? Number 4, Transformers 7. I thought it was a bit of a bold choice to not go with a subtitle for this one, because you had Revenge of the Fallen, then it's Dark of the Moon, then it's Age of Extinction, then it's The Last Night, then after Bumblebee, they just kept it as Transformers 7. But fortunately, 7 is a lucky number, folks. This was the movie that restored everyone's faith in the Transformers franchise after the way Bumblebee masterfully tied in with the threads that The Last Night set up and kept the story going. Transformers 7 keeps the story going even further and takes it to heights never before seen by this franchise. I gotta say, I did have my doubts about Adam Sandler being cast as Unicron, but as soon as he used his godly powers to erect a giant Adam Sandler statue, all my fears were gone. Gotta say though, I could have done without the robot musical dance number scene, but I do like that they used Optimus Prime and Megatron to parody La La Land. Number 3, The Flash. God, this movie's had a rough go of it. First it lost its director, then it got pushed back, just like Inhumans did. This one was even more worth the wait than Inhumans was. Fortunately, they were able to get Rick Famuyiwa on as director, and thank God he stuck around. I mean, could you imagine if they'd lost a second director? Famuyiwa really built on Ezra Miller's universally beloved take on Barry Allen set up in the Justice League movie. In fact, it was done so well that the CW just cancelled the Flash series. Gotta admit though, I'm a tad biased because this one included my favourite DC character, Captain Cold, and I gotta say, initially I wasn't on board with Stephen Fry being cast in the role, but he did show what range he had as an actor as when he delivered the line, "I'm gonna freeze your balls off," masterfully. I hope DC can really keep this ball rolling, and I'm very much looking forward to the Green Lantern Corps and Cyborg movie scheduled to come out in 2020. Now the number 2 and number 1 spots were pretty neck and neck, but ultimately number 2 is Justice League Part 2. After the resounding success of Justice League Part 1, there was a lot of pressure on Zack Snyder to live up to the hype for Part 2. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers has since learned their lesson from Suicide Squad to not interfere in any given way with the director's vision, and sure enough, Zack pulls it off. I mean, everything from the kaiju fights, including Mr. Mixier's Pitlick, the way they brought back Superman's power to shoot a smaller version of himself out of his hand, the segment animated entirely through sock puppets. My mind was honestly blown by this movie, and he still managed to condense it down to 5 hours. Honestly, the MCU really needs to start taking notes from these guys. And I'm sure you've all guessed it by now. My number 1 film of 2019 is The New Mutants. I was really hacked off when they pushed this one back from April 2018 to August 2019. The trailer had already come out. You can't push back that far once you've already got the ball started rolling. Thank God that only happened once. This was the movie that truly established the Fox X-Men brand as the cinematic juggernaut that doesn't need the MCU's help at all. And the way they used Stan Lee's puppeteered corpse as a monster to keep the scares going, Everyone's faith in this franchise has been truly restored once and for all. Honestly, can't wait to see where they go next with this. Gotta say though, it wasn't as good as my #1 film of 2018, The Amazing Spider-Man 4, which not only proves that Spidey doesn't need the MCU, but brought the Clone Saga to a whole new generation. This video was brought to you by a timeline that doesn't completely suck.